What's good, family? It's your girl Wisdom, and we are back with another episode. I have missed you guys, and I hope you have missed me. Shout out to all the new supporters, the new subscribers for joining the Wisdom family. I appreciate y'all. For the people that have been commenting, for the people that have been engaging, for the people that have been signing up for workshops and mentorships, I love y'all, and I thank y'all so much. Y'all literally make my day when I get to see how my work and how my voice and how my messages are impacting your personal lives and how you're choosing to implement these things within your daily practices. It's just things that I hold on to that I just really appreciate y'all so much for. So thank you for just interacting. Thank you. On this episode today, I am going to be talking about how to alchemize your pain into purpose as an artist. Now, this one is something very deep within my heart. And I wasn't for sure if I really was going to talk about it because I was like, oh my God, I'm so emotional. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, But I think that's the whole point. That's the whole point. I needed to go through my own little journey in order to get all the fruitfulness of what I want to be able to give to y'all right now. One thing that I realized about myself is one of the best superpowers that I have is alchemization, manifestation, and just generating things, like taking action. It is my Taurus side, and it is my Scorpion side, and then my little Gemini in the middle is over here like, hey, playing mediator. Like, hey, she don't want to do that right now. And it's like, hey, we want to take action. Can we do this? If y'all into astrology, y'all will know what I mean. But anyway, but one of the greatest things that I do is not even just because of my astrological placements or anything like that, but I have the ability of empathically taking people's pain and traumatic experiences, and I can be able to make something beautiful out of it, whether this be art, whether it is providing a new perspective, whether it's mentoring, whether it's just giving advice, whether it's just having a shoulder for somebody to cry on. Like, I have the ability to do that. And for a very long time, even just growing up, I realized like the shadow aspects of having that ability was people pleasing, trying to be a perfectionist, having a godlike complex, all of these things, right? And I had to learn and train myself out of that energy. That way I could fully be that supportive person for myself first. Baby, it didn't happen overnight, I'll tell you that. It didn't happen overnight, but here I am, just gracefully, I'm showing up as is. But the previous month, I was experiencing just a lot of unexpected grief, just out of nowhere. Within the last few years, I have lost two important people, and they were both grandparents, with so much just so much. Y'all ever have like a grandparent or somebody that is just so insightful, that is just so knowledgeable? They always have a story about life. That's what a grandparent's supposed to be. But not only do they have that, like, you get to see how that grandparent is as an individual person. Like, they have their personality, they have their own identity that makes them great, that makes them funny and interesting. Those were the people that I lost within the past since 2022. And I didn't realize, like y'all, I'm gonna just be honest, grief is a mother effer. Like, I was painting this yesterday and it hit me again. I had to play some music and I started singing and I'm painting my ass off. But grief is a mother effer. Like, God damn. It literally, you be thinking, la 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 la, like the little girl off of Monster House. You be la 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 la, just naive, going through life as you're supposed to go through life. And it'd be like, on that ass. Here's grief. You think you're going to cry today? You want to cry? Cry. I need you to cry. please, because we holding up some pent up ish. I'm gonna need you to cry today. That is the definition of grief for me, at least. But when I came back home from my trip from San Diego, I also was not fully in my body because I did have an injury while I was there. And on top of that, that is when the grief hit, and there was all these other things that was happening, and I was still trying to be the hustler that I am when it comes to business and when it comes to making sure that I take care of my responsibilities, because I am my business, right? And I was like, wait a minute. We don't need to do that. Why are we trying to force something when we're not there? And the only reason why I'm explaining this is because we are tying it back to alchemization in those times of not feeling like we are 110%. And what do we do in those moments? How do we take suffering? How do we take pain? How do we take just deep sadness and we channel that energy into the work that we're creating? And literally, I have done that my entire life. Now, if you are somebody right now where you feel like you are in the rut of it, you feel like you don't know how to crawl your way back out or even lift yourself up, and it may even be hard for you to do the daily things that you know that makes you feel alive, I'm gonna need you to go get a journal. I'm not saying write all your feelings, but I need you to get a sketch journal. And I need you just to sketch or color or do something that is creative, something that is actionable in order to put the energy somewhere. Don't sit there and be doom scrolling on social media, because I would definitely say in the time that I was going through the rut of it, I made sure I stayed off of social media. Like, I offloaded all my apps. If you have an Apple phone, you can go in where you can just offload your apps. Not necessarily deleting the app from your phone, but you'd be like, oh, I actually have to re-download it to my phone in order to save storage and take up more storage. So just so y'all know. But that's essentially what I did. And yes, I was gone for a minute. Yes, I was still kind of making my posts here or there, but I really just needed the time and energy to myself just to really figure out what I wanted to do, just to process myself out of that energy, out of the rut. And one of the great things that I have realized through the practice of alchemization in your pain into purpose is the simple fact that, like, I take what I'm holding on to and I paint, making my flow pieces, making things without concern, making artworks where I'm not pressuring myself to have a central idea, or being able just to flow with my piece. And I'm setting aside time for me. I'm setting aside time for me to be in tune with whatever is going on. And most of the time, I don't even know what it is until a song plays or I use a certain color and then I'm boohoo crying. And sometimes it may be like that. And I feel like it's really, really important for us to find ways that are, I wouldn't even just use the word positive, but find ways in order to act on what it is that we're going through, instead of just sitting and nuzzling in it. Have somebody that we can be able to talk to, even if it's to ourselves, even if it's journaling, even if it's you going to go watch one of your favorite videos. And also too, I love watching comedy while I am like in those moments and in those states when I am completely off the wagon. Comedy helps me so much because I'm naturally just a very goofy person. It literally lights me up. So go find somebody, okay? Go find a comedian, go find a YouTube channel that's built around making you laugh. And in those moments, that's the stuff that you should be watching. Not the stuff that's like fueling the drive of the state that you're currently in right now. I feel like what should fuel that energy should be what you paint. So maybe you're in that depressive state, or maybe you're just in that low moment, whatever you want to call it. And maybe it's a different type of colors that you use. Maybe we using blacks. Maybe we using reds. Maybe we angry about something. Maybe we got anxiety about something. The frequency of color, the frequency of music is all attached to our emotions and how we choose to transmute those emotions. So I would definitely pay attention to something like that. I'm over here hitting my paint. You have to realize you have the power of changing your circumstances. And by changing your circumstances, you got to figure out a way to turn what it is that you're going through and processing through into something beautiful, into something magical. That is the power of alchemization. That is the power of transmuting energy into something else and using it as fuel in order to guide you, in order to just help you along whatever path that you're on. So paint. If your thing is painting, paint. If you are a writer, you need to write. If you are a creator, you need to create something. Do not sit and dwell in your own suffering for long periods of time. Basically, you taking away from you and stunting your own growth in the process because of what you're going through. It is only temporary. What you are going through is only temporary, and you only have the power to get yourself through it and to push yourself past it. So now the question is, how are you going to choose to do that? How are you choosing to alchemize? And I want you to really think about that. What does alchemization look like to you? Is it talking to somebody about it? And being honest with somebody about it, being upfront about the energy that you're experiencing right now? Is it painting? Is it cooking? Is it tapping into that idea that you haven't decided to tap into because you keep pushing past it and you saving it for later? Is it that? Figure out what that looks like for you and channel that energy. Channel that energy into something beautiful. And then not only do you do that, you take it a step further, share it. Share it. However you see fit, whether it's in a short video, whether it's in an art gallery, whether it's in you talking with a family friend or somebody that you know that is really supportive of what it is that you do. I want you to share it. Alchemize your pain into purpose, because that is how you continue growing. That is how you continue saving your own life. And it's the one thing that I have really learned that has helped me along my journey. And I create my best art when I choose to do this. I create the best work when I choose to do this. If y'all see me looking over here, I'm looking at my best work. I'm just saying. At this current point in time that we're in right now, if y'all see me looking over here, it's because I am looking at my alchemization in real time. I'm looking at how I chose to bring myself out of that rut, and I chose to turn it into something else. And now I get to share that with you guys. And do not focus on how long it takes you to do it. The minute you put a time limit on getting yourself out of a rut of something is the minute you take away the freedom of allowing yourself to transform in the process. Don't do that to yourself. So just give your time, give your time, okay? Give yourself your own time and the freedom to just be like, hey, I'm saving this energy, this moment in time for me. This is my time to be able to alchemize, to be able to channel whatever I need to get through. And then I can come back to the business savvy mindset that you may or may not have. I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but the responsibilities that you have, whether you are a mother, whether you are a father, or you are a legal guardian of somebody, right? Or the responsibilities of going to your 9 to 5, wherever it may be. Set aside the time for you, and then when you are ready, then you can go and give to the other responsibilities, the other tasks that you have. Save that time for however long it looks like, and be consistent with how you show up. Be consistent with the time and the practice in the ways in which you show up. Okay? And what I mean by that, just a great example of that would be, every day for me, I schedule 2 to 3 hours for me to paint. If I don't paint in them 2 to 3 hours, I'm irritable. I can't get on and do this. I can't get on live and be happy-go-lucky. I can't do it. I need that time for me, because it allows me to express whatever I need to get out, and I can leave it and I can say, you know what? I gave myself the time and the energy just to be content with myself, to be present with myself and whatever it is that I want to channel. And that's what you owe to yourself. So alchemize your pain into purpose. You can do it. I believe in you. And if you need somebody, leave it in the comments or just DM me or personally message me. Well, that's DMing. But if you need somebody, find somebody you trust. Okay, find somebody you trust, find somebody that is supportive of what it is that you're doing, who will understand what it is that you're doing, and continue to create. Don't let what you're going through right now, your pain, transmute it. Don't let what you're going through right now take away from the magic that is ready to be ignited. Don't let it do that, because you got this, and I believe in you, and I love you, and I am here for you. So if you have made it to the end of this episode, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I didn't want to make it long, but I did want to get my message across. I love you all, and I hope to see y'all again for the next episode. So until then, I will see y'all next time. Bye.